Australia Expedition, and we are called Koala Air. I'm Natalie, that's Daniel, this is Stephanie, and we are all in charge, we're all managers, we are all CEOs because we do not discriminate, everyone is equal. So, I'm just going to touch base a little bit on what we're going to do. So day one, we're leaving Denver and we're going to arrive around 1 a.m. the next day. We're going to get settled, we're going to be in Melbourne, actually. And then day three is just a little bit of shopping, and then we're going to have lunch, and day four, because, you know, right when you get there, you're jet lagged, you just want to have time to just settle down. Like, I know you're so excited to get going and, like, experience new things, but jet lag honestly takes a big toll on you. So day four, we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to head to Queensland. And then we're going to take a ferry to Magnetic Island, and then we can actually see wallabies there. Like, they're known for their wallaby tours. And they're so cute. They're like little kangaroos, but they aren't considered kangaroos.
Because you can't pet a kangaroo.
That's why. Alright, and then...
You'll just die. Just saying.
Okay, and then day five, we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to head to Sydney. And then we're going to take a tour around Sydney, but that's actually optional because I know Sydney's, like, everyone wants to go to Australia. It's a given. So you can actually do your own thing if you want, and then, or you can go on a tour with that, so it's your choice. So day six, we're having breakfast, and then we're going to go to the Sydney Harbour dinner cruise, and they just take you around the ocean, and it's really exciting. And then day seven, we're going to go to the Sydney Bridge, and we're going to take a train to Townsville, and then we're going to stay at a hotel and get settled there. And then day 8, we are going to be scuba diving. And the only thing you need is that you do need a scuba diving license.
But you can get it in Australia before, but that's kind of a couple hours before you can actually go scuba diving.
Because to get a scuba diving license, you have to scuba dive. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you need a scuba dive with an instructor, and then you need a scuba dive in a pool, and then you need to do it in a smaller body of water, and then you need to do it in the ocean a few times before. So that's about a day's worth. So I guess the day before when we're settling down in Townsville, you can actually do that on your own time. But I just think previous scuba diving license is pretty necessary. And then day 9, we're just going to pack up, and then we're going to go back to the airport and peace out. Okay.
Alright, so a little bit more about our itinerary. So, like she says, we're leaving for Australia on the March 30th. We're just going to chill on the plane for about 16 hours. And then on March 31st, we're not really going to do much because it's a vacation. You probably don't want to pack yourself. Like she said, the whole jet lag thing, like, I don't want to wake up at 1 a.m. and then do everything the next day. So then, just a chill day. And then April 1st, we're still in Melbourne, so you're just shopping, we're having lunch, and then dinner. And then on March 1st, we're doing the, April 1st, we're doing the, don't know how to say that, but it's a sky deck. It's kind of just like, you go up on it, and you can see the whole entire city. And then on April 2nd, we're getting up, going to breakfast, taking a train ride to Queensland, and then once we get there, we're going straight to a ferry to go to Majestic Island. Like she said, we're going to check out. And we're going to check out the wallabies. You can hold them, feed them,
Pet them.
just not the koalas. I mean, the kangaroos. And then we'll have dinner, and then we'll take a train back to Queensland, and then we'll go to our hotel, relax.
And it is going to be probably later in the day, so that's why the next day we don't have shopping as early. We brought it down to 9 o'clock so you can get some sleeping in.
And then we'll have breakfast, take a train ride to Sydney,
Which is, it's pretty long because Queensland's kind of up here,
so it's
and then
about like
Sydney's
a
kind of down here.
maybe 5 to 6 hour train ride. And then you arrive at the hotel, you have like an hour or 2 to just chillax, and then you'll just do some more shopping, then have dinner, then go back to the hotel. And April 4th, not really doing much. That's probably the day where you can, if you don't have a scuba license, get your scuba. And then at night, we're going to have our dinner cruise. It's it's just a cruise around the Sydney Ocean, and it's a really fancy dinner, so you probably want to
Dress nice.
dress fancy. And then the next day, we're not really doing much during the day. You can just do whatever you want. Then we're doing the Sydney Bridge climb. So you're going to climb the bridge in Sydney. So hopefully you guys aren't scared of heights. And then we're going to Townsville. And then we're going to settle in, dinner, do whatever you want. And then April 6th, which is our almost last day, we're going to have breakfast, doing the scuba diving.
And scuba diving is probably going to be taking up your whole day
That's
because it's going to be on a Great Barrier Reef, of course.
Yeah, so we're going to do scuba diving for a couple, like 2 hours, then we're going to have lunch, and going back to scuba diving, and then eating. So we're just going to be eating and swimming the whole time. And then April 7th, just pack up and peace out.
So our cost breakdown for March 30th, it's mainly just the airfare and the hotel. And then the 31st, we're not doing much. We only have to pay for food. And then April 1st is when we actually start our vacation, basically. It's going to cost around $100 for the excursion, $20 for food, $60 for food, and about $20 for the later in the day excursion. And then the second day, we're going to have to pay a lot for the train to get to Melbourne. And $20 for food and $85 for that excursion for that day, $40 for dinner, and then on April 3rd, you have to pay for a hotel again when we get into Melbourne, and then take a train again. First excursion is $150. Food is going to be $40, and then on April 4th, $30, $111 for that excursion for that day. And then on the 5th of April, it's going to be close to around $1,000 for that day. That's when we're going scuba diving, so that's probably going to cost the most. And then the 6th of April